Hey guys, how you doing? This is jpsarrireviews coming to you again with another live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you very much for the support, everyone that has been, sticking with me. Hello, Ghost Tab. Thank you for spending time with me. And we have a lot to cover today. Where we have a lot of fun stuff to cover. And normally, I'm not really a action figure collector. Although I do have a few action figures, and I love Hot Toys. I think they're a great company, and they have a lot to showcase. But we are going to cover a couple of things. Not only Hot Toys, because they brought, as usual, as always, they brought a lot of stuff to this convention through Sideshow. They had a great booth, a lot of stuff in there. But also, there were other companies that are really pumping stuff out, and definitely great stuff. You have Mondo Tees. They have a few action figures. Asmus Collectibles, which is a very small company, but they are distributed by Sideshow. But they have their website. I'm gonna showcase all of that. We're gonna see the pictures. We're gonna go to the website, look at the prices. 3A, they have a lot of good stuff for Game of Thrones, but also they have stuff for Transformers. And of course, Hot Toys, that's going to be the last, and there's going to be a lot of stuff from Hot Toys. So we're going to go through all of that. So I want to say thank you to everyone that is watching. Again, hello, thank you to everyone. Let's go and start from the beginning. Let's start from Mondo, and then we move. Ooh, you can see me right there. All right, I'm looking at myself. Okay, now let's go to this part right here. This is I'm in Toyark. Again, like I said before, Toyark is the place that I go, but also we're gonna use another website in just a moment because there's some information there that it wasn't at Toyark, not yet. But this is the stuff they have. The Mando Booth. They have a lot of 1/6 scale figures. Very interesting stuff. Mondo always have a lot of stuff. Mondo Tees, of course, they have a lot of different stuff, a lot of collectible items, T-shirts, posters, all that kind of stuff. But they've been, in the recent years, they've been doing a lot of action figures, a lot of 1/6 scale figures. So they got this creature from the Black Lagoon, 1/6. There's no price yet. It's to be disclosed. Supposedly it's coming out, or it's going to be on pre-order by the fall of this year. Pretty interesting if you are into that. If you like those kind of figures, like monster figures, it's not bad at all. It's a 1/6 scale, so if you want to complement something into a monsters collection, definitely this is something to look forward to. So there's no price. We're gonna go in a moment with some prices on the website, their website, but also at Sideshow website. But here you can see definitely it's pretty nice. Right next to Kratos, a 1/6 scale deluxe figure, and this is his price. It's supposed to be $230. It comes with a lot of different parts. Very interesting, very cool. Actually, I wouldn't say that is. I don't know if you can see that. There's a lot of detail and a lot of stuff. It comes with a lot of extra parts, which is pretty cool. It's not bad at all. $230. I think the price of it's steep. Probably they should be around $150 because if you compare this to some Hot Toys, I think. But it's not bad. I think they had some pluses. Some of their figures that they're producing are pretty good. It's articulated. I don't think it's that bad. Now you see this guy from Half-Life, the video game, right next to him. That's another piece. Gordon Freeman. That one doesn't have a price yet. It's coming soon. Pre-order soon at Mondo. There are two ways you can do this. You can pre-order through Mondo. Actually, there's always you get like some type of extra exclusive part if you order through them. Now, if you order through Sideshow, you don't get that, but also you can go through Sideshow. I really like the detail. Actually, it's not really that bad, but there's a lot of extra parts. Not bad at all. And they have stuff for Masters of the Universe. They've been doing that stuff. Man at Arms, 1/6 scale figure. This is a 175. This, I think, it's coming out in the second quarter of next year. So we're going to see that in a moment. I really like this piece. I really like this more like the modern version of Man at Arms and the more modern comics. It really looks good. I like the paint job of this piece. I think they did a fantastic job assembling this. looks pretty good. I think the price is good. I would prefer this over Kratos, in my opinion, and the price I think is a lot better. Let me see if we go to Mondo. I don't think I see it there yet. We see Merman 1/6 scale 175 through them. This is for the exclusive. The regular is 170. And we're going to, these are all the pieces. You can see they also have the Kratos, the pre-order through them. Exclusive price 235, 230 for the regular. Let me see what actually this exclusive on Kratos contains. I don't know if it said something. Doesn't say. Oh, the Mondo Exclusive is an additional Leviathan axe and blades of chaos with chains in their fully upgraded Valkyrie forms. Okay, so you're gonna have some extra. So it's always better to do it through Mondo. Through them it will be a lot easier. So that's, you know, going back to Men at Arms. I really like the colors on this figure. You can see right there, there's a lot of detail. I love the weathering. Some of that stuff definitely is very cool. They also have the Skeletor 1/6 scale figure, Hot Topic exclusive. So that's just something that you gotta go through Hot Topic. I didn't know that they were selling stuff. I wouldn't say that I'm crazy about the face. I didn't know Hot Topic was selling stuff. Oh well. Everyone wants to get into the fun train of collectibles nowadays. But this is another Hordak work in progress. So this is a now final prototype. So this is just a prototype. I like this one actually. It's not bad. Same picture. I really like the detail with this figure. Nothing bad with that. Pretty cool. There's a faker right there. This one, if I'm not mistaken, let me see if it's at the website. If not, I think I seen it at the right there. It's 175 for the Mondo exclusive. That's like an interchangeable head. I think this is what you see right here. The head is interchangeable. Probably some other things. So definitely these are great. If you're like, you like this type of figures, like in 1/6 scale, something that kind of match ups with your collection. If you're into the 1/6 scale line, I think Mondo's been doing good. We already had a He-Man. I love this Merman right there. Looks pretty good. Pretty nice version. 175. Like the detail, the color. Whoever did the paint job did a pretty good job on that figure. But doesn't end right there. This is something that they were showcasing. It's not being showcased on their website or even Sideshow Collectible site. This is the Captain America Mondo Mecha figures. I think there's something they're trying out. Probably it's just prototype stuff. It's Mondo Mecha, and what they're doing, they're combining like Mecha with, you know, Marvel stuff or even DC. So they have this Captain America Mecha. I think this is around the same scale of a 1/6 scale, probably a bit larger. As you know, they did of course that let me see if I can go to Sideshow. Let's see, put Mondo. They have done some big figures in the past. Well, there's nothing right now there. Here you can see the He-Man. It's on the waiting list full because it's already sold out, the 160. But they think they big, you know, the Iron Giant. So it's going to be probably around the same height of the Iron Giant. There's something different that they're trying. It looks like the size could be a bit, you know, a bit huge. Around the 1/6 scale, a bit larger than that. So there's no price on that. It's interesting. I wouldn't say there's something that I'm crazy about or I will go for it. But I know that some people might like this kind of style thing. If you're into mecha stuff, I think that's just pretty cool. I don't know how big it doesn't. It seems like it's a bit large, so it's around that. But they also have a Batman, which is interesting. Interesting concept. I don't know how many people can get into this kind of thing. I'm sure there has to be, because I know a lot of people that love mecha stuff. I love mecha stuff, like in the, movies, animation, I love games with mecha stuff. But I don't know if collectibles, I'm sure that there's going to be people that kind of like this, because I know other companies, they've been doing, like, when they do the mixing of Star Wars with, samurai stuff or mecha stuff, and it seems that it sells pretty well. There's always, market for anything. Pretty neat. I think that's a cool idea. Let's see if they can just pull it off and, do more of that. and just add more than those characters. This is something that it was very interesting to me. The Batman 1/6 scale line that they are introducing, they have a few. They don't have this for sale yet. They do have if you go to Mondo, they already have. Let's see, we saw it earlier. I don't know if we see it here. The Mr. Freeze for $160, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if I can find it. 1/6 scale figure. Let me do this. Let's clean this up a little bit. Yeah, right there. It's $130, which is not bad. That's just, I think, the regular. You go to Sideshow. I think it's on pre-order. Yeah, $130. We'll see in a moment. I'll show you pictures of it. But here are the Interchangeable Catwoman, to be disclosed. So there's no pricing. There's an interchangeable hits. Now let's see if we can get to the figures themselves. These are the figures right here. I like the figures. I like the interchangeable hits. So these are enlarged, from the regular figures that DC does. This is for our 1/6 scale, which is kind of neat. I like the Mr. Freeze. You got Batman right there, unmasked, but also they have one with the mask. We're going to get to see the pictures in just a moment. So if I'm thinking this is $130, they're going to be around the $130, $150 range. It's $145 here. That's what it says right there. The Mondo Exclusive. That's just the Mondo Exclusive. So it comes with some extra things. Probably this little thing that he's holding in his hand. I like this piece. Of course, I like the, you're looking about that. Sideshow did a fantastic statue. What is that, $500 for this statue or more? I think $600. I don't remember. You can look it up on my video where I cover Sideshow. That's pretty neat. But also we saw some figures by DC Collectibles, I think, and who else? We saw some stuff, I think, by Diamond Select. So definitely, this is good for 1/6 scale if you want to get into this line. Hopefully Mondo, because Mondo's been, fresh into this. This is kind of starting and putting all this stuff together. Hopefully they can be consistent, because they did that with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They started the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but then they didn't continue on, to add more characters. So that's something that kind of, you get stuck just only with the Turtles. You want to, get the Bebop and Rocksteady. You want to get the Shredder. You want to get Splinter. You want to get all these extra characters, like what NECA does with the smaller figures. They're constantly creating new additions to it. Mondo's just fresh with this. They started a couple of years ago, producing all this stuff. So hopefully they can continue on. But it seems that they go in the right direction. You can see that with Masters of the Universe. They continue with Masters of the Universe. And this is, of course, this is the mass version. This is $150. I see the price right here, which is not bad. On mass. So yeah, that's the end. Now let me show you something else. This is just more for statue collectors. I'm gonna show you something that they showcase. Kind of cute. If you're into that kind of stuff, let me see if I can find the tray. Right there. Right there. Another collectibles. Let's see what we can get. Let me close a page. A window. They have so many windows. I hate that. But I want to have everything here right in front of me so I can showcase the stuff to you. We don't waste time. So they got these figures, which is work in progress. This is for if you like this kind of stuff. This kind of cartoon stuff. It's interesting if you love this, Rick and Morty. I don't care much about the show, but I found it very interesting that they have like a little statue for that. This is still work in progress, so it's not finalized. I'm sorry, I went too fast on that one. So you're into statue stuff and you like this type of cartoons, that's another thing that they're doing. Supposed to be out next year. And they have the Adventure Time, a statue. Also, this is, it's kind of cute. I like this kind of stuff, even though I don't watch these cartoons. It just looks cute. I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. I love these little things. I love when the companies, they stick, they try other things and they do things are different. And collectibles that have to do with pop culture. This one has these figures. They have like interchangeable heads and stuff like that. You can see. There's a rat right there. You can see the little things on the back. Different interchangeable heads, which is cool. I like that. Because they're technically like statues. Action figures, you have all kind of things. Rick and Morty figure set, Mondo Exclusive, so it probably sold the extra stuff that comes with it. Still work in progress. He's showing the finger. That's up there. interesting. I don't know. I just wanted to show you this. This is more for like statue collectors, but or maybe figure collectors. But there's something that I found very interesting from Mondo. So definitely check their website for stuff. The prices seem okay. Also, you can say sideshow right here. They have some other stuff for sale. You can go through sideshow, but if you want exclusive things, then you need to go through them. So definitely, it's good to try. Now let's just move on to, in this case, the next thing. And again, I want to say hello to everyone that is watching. I do appreciate everybody there. Thank you. I don't see the notes here, but NECA was a great player in this comic, and yes, he was. And we're going to cover NECA. We're going to talk about NECA this week. We're going to. I'm right now going through all the statue stuff and all the big action figures. But we are going to talk about a lot of this stuff. We're going to talk about a lot of action figures. I want to get into that NECA, McFarlane toys, some Hasbro stuff, because it's always there. They always have the Star Wars stuff, the Marvel stuff, all the Marvel Legends and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that they came. What is that, Mondo? Mesco toys, they always come with a lot of stuff. There's other companies, 1,000 Toys, which I like what they're doing. So there's a whole array of companies that they brought stuff. And the Gundam Captain America, yes, it is interesting. I like the concept. It's different. And there's a lot of really, really good stuff there. But it's just a matter of I don't know, to really try something different than just the norm, just the same thing. There's always the same thing over. I like these companies that they're trying new things. Now let's try another company. This is Asmus Collectibles. This company is well known for their figures. Now at Asmus, it's a company that is based in the US, but they do a lot of like 1/6 scale figures, like for the Lord of the Rings. And let me go back and find the page at ToyArk. And again, thank you for everyone that is leaving notes and everyone that is here with me. Let me see if I can find the page. And definitely, I really like the stuff that I saw, the things that they showcase there. Let me see if I see it. Man, they have this. ToyArk has just a list. Just going through this list, it can take a while because I want to weed out the stuff that is not as important for the stuff that is really, it's there, that actually right there. Asmus Toys, Lord of the Rings, and Devil May Cry. They also have some stuff for Devil May Cry. So let me go there and let me show you. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for. Asmus Toys right there, Lord of the Rings, Devil May Cry, and more. And we're going to go to their website as well, so that way you can see what they have. These figures are 1/6 scale figures. Asmus is a very small company. They're based in the U.S., but most of the people that work there are Asian. I think they have a connection with Asia. And they're great artists. They're really great artists. I think they have some of the stuff they're doing, they're creating, it's really, really good. Now, this piece is the premium piece that they have, of course, for the Lord of the Rings. I'm going to show you the website. Here you go, Asmus Collectible. And their price is normally around $200. That's normal price for them. This Dante, we're going to see it in a moment. But Gandalf is $350. That's it's a bit steep. But this one comes with all sort of things. The likeness is there. As you can see, of course, these are stock pictures, so they're always good. But Gandalf the Great, it does have a lot of stuff. And I think that if you buy through their website, that you're going to get a lot of stuff. You can also order through Sideshow. But now going through the piece, it comes, all this is one package, it's $250. It has a lot of exchangeable hands. Love the portrait. Just the portrait alone is pretty good. Love the stand and all of that. They have this little stand. Look at that. I like this one. When I saw it, I said, man, this is pretty good. And you know what? I would say that I'm big into like all these figures, like the Lord of the Rings stuff. Although I love Weta Workshop, and we also have to cover that at some point this week. We're going to talk about Weta and their statues. But I think it's pretty good. And I know that there's a lot of people that are Lord of the Rings fans, and definitely they're going to love this. Love that. You know, really, it's a lot of detail. $350, I would say it's a bit steep. You know, probably they're testing the waters. I would say that it would be better to be probably a little less, maybe $300, because you can find some, you know, hot toy pieces for around that price. Then they have Devil May Cry. This is okay figure. Oh, it has detail though. I like the bases that they're giving you. Something that, you know, you don't get with hot toys. They just give you like a really plain stuff. And let me see this one. She looks more like a doll, but it does have a lot of detail. You can see the pouches, which is not bad. Dante, again, the base is pretty nice. It looks more, I would say, more exquisite, you know, more collectible than just that plain thing that, you know, Hot Toys gives you, if they give you something. Pretty cool. Has interchangeable head. So if you're like the Devil May Cry video game, the series, definitely this is something to look forward. And I think the price is pretty good. Let me see if I can go back. This was to their website. Yeah, it's $220, which is not bad. Let's see if we can go to Sideshow, and we'll look for Asmus. I think they have him there. Yeah, they do. They have some of the older pieces. They have this piece, the lady from Devil May Cry, $195. They have also some other pieces. Nero, this is a pre-order, and we're going to see a picture of it in a moment. Arwen from Lord of the Rings, $190, and they have Thorin Oakenshield, $199.50. So these are great. Let's go back. So here you got this piece. I think it's pretty good. I think the lightness is good. It is $200, so there's, you know, the average price. The only one that is a bit more, you know, pricey is, of course, Gandalf. But that one comes with more things. And these are pieces, of course, that you see. This is the one they're selling at Sideshow. These are other two. You can find them at the website. $200 around that. Base is more simpler. Just as the Hobbit. There's the Lord of the Rings. And then you have figures back there, down there. There's a company that does a lot of that stuff. So for those are fans of the Lord of the Rings stuff, definitely this is a company that has a lot, you know, to offer. You know, they're very small. That's all the companies that you have to support. I was going through. I was reading an interview when they were talking to the people there. You know, they're saying that they didn't have much credit when they got the Lord of the Rings franchise. It was hard for them, but they were working hard to get it. They got it, and you know they've been working so hard, and they feel that they're so happy that a lot of the people, all of the fans, have, you know, received the company so well, and definitely they're doing some good stuff, and I really like the likeness. It's something totally different. Love all the detail, all the little stuff. Pretty good. Can see all of that. That's a scary face. Pretty good. Yeah, I really like it. This is definitely, and no, again, the bases, go back to the bases. Their bases are different for these figures. And they have this one, which I don't know what that is. I think I saw that at Sideshow. No, I didn't. I don't know. I haven't seen that in their website. Let's see if they have any information about the pricing. Let's go to products. Devil May Cry. I think it's here. I think this is one. No, this is not. This is just like Bubblehead stuff. They got some, you know, Hateful Eight stuff. Some of those figures were pretty good, $200. They didn't have it at the show, but I'm telling you, these are good. Look, let me show you this. I'm not trying to deviate from what I'm trying to do here, but I'll show you the likeness of things. Definitely, this is a good company. Definitely, they're producing a lot of good stuff. Different. It is different, and there's nothing wrong with different. And I don't see it. Well, I'll look at this one. Love this samurai, you know, setup with all the swords and everything. The warrior right next to him. Love this one. This is nice. I don't know how much is this, but definitely this is nice. Love the whole setup. Pretty good, huh? Love the detail, and that's it. So I recommend this one. You can, you know, go to their website, Asmus Toys. They have their stuff there, but you can also do it through Sideshow. So definitely, that's something that is worth checking out. Now, let's move on. And again, I want to say thank you for whoever is watching these. Okay, looking at this, a lot of Devil May Cry figures. done by multiple companies. I think Sentinel and 1000 Toys are also making figures on Dante. Yes, they do. They're doing a 1/6 scale figure. No, 1/6. They're smaller. They're like I saw that they were talking about 1/6 scale on the Toy Arc, but actually they're 1/12. But they're very nice, and I think they're they have the clothing and all of that, and they look a lot like I think they're comparable in quality to Mezco. So we'll talk about them too when the time comes, because I already got my eyes on it, and I want to talk about it when I'm talking about Mezco. I also am going to talk about what 1000 Toys is doing. By the way, BBTS have those samurai armors. I think they're called. Thank you for the information. I'm gonna check it out because that looks cool. That definitely looks cool. I really like that. So let's move on to another company. Thank you for the information. Really appreciate that. But there's another company. Let's go for 3A, also known as ThreeZero. Actually, 3A and ThreeZero are the same company. 3A is the mother company. ThreeZero was I think a sister company. They're based in Hong Kong. Great company. They do a lot of stuff, and here in the U.S. they sell through Sideshow, but they sell some stuff by themselves. So I'm going to go. Let's show you first some of the stuff that they showcase at the in this case at the I think the Sideshow booth. Let me look for the right there. For Game of Thrones. If you're a big fan of Game of Thrones, 3A, that's the ticket. So let's go to that. And I'm still in Toy Arc. We're going to go in a moment to a different page because there's other stuff that they also do for Transformers that is super neat. But here you go. We have the Game of Thrones stuff. This is pretty good. I would say it's comparable as Asmus stuff, but of course this is on the other side. If you like Game of Thrones, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not a big fan of Game of Thrones. I haven't really watched it. I watched a few episodes and I didn't care much about it. But I have a lot of friends that they love the show to that. They defend it. And they love it. And I think this is the stuff. And we saw a lot of stuff for Game of Thrones. I've seen through the show. They have action figures. They got mini-mates. They have all sort of things. Statues. And, of course, these action figures, 1/6 scale, they're pretty neat. And as you can see right there. And I love the detail. Everything is detailed. This is 3A. Let's see. You can go to their website. They have two websites. They have one in America, one where they sell this stuff themselves. They have a lot of stuff we're going to explore in just a moment. But I go to the 3Zero website. And here you can see the prices are okay. I think this is a Hong Kong 3Zero store. This is in Hong Kong. So it might not be. You might still purchase stuff and get it directly from them. They had all the different pieces. Or you can go. I would recommend you actually go through Sideshow. That would be the best thing to do. But you can find them in another like big bad toy store and all that stuff. Let's see, 3A. See if something comes up. Well, when you do the 3A, all the stuff, the Transformers stuff comes out. Let me do 3Zero. Right there, 3Zero pieces. They're around $200. They have a lot of stuff in there. And I'll be going back. Let me go back so we can I'll show you the figures, the pictures that we have. Love the detail here. Look at that. There's a nice close-up. Man, this figure is nice. This one is right there, Jon Snow 188, which is not a bad price. This is what's showcased at the Sideshow booth. 6-scale figure. Ship in December. This guy, Bran Stark. Deluxe versions. I don't know what it entails. It's 208. I think it's the guy that's in the wheelchair thing. But I love even the fur and all the stuff that they have. It's just amazing. It's a lot of detail. It looks very realistic. Look like little statues and they're action figures. Look at this one. That looks neat. You barely can see the articulation points. They're that great. Let me see what's the price on this one. I think we saw it on Sideshow. I think it's right here. White Walker, $198. Great. I love the paint job here. You can see all the weathering and the shading. It's just done so well. Love that. The detail in the armor, the color work. Pretty good job. Whoever did that. Now, this was massive. This dragon, and it's expensive dragon. Love the huge base. It goes along with this collection. That dragon is huge. And I was thinking, that's nice. How much is it? So I went to Sideshow. That's where I went. And look at the price. Dragon, $1,500. Whoo. Wow. But look at that. Even with the figure right there. Man, this is nice. $1,500. And if you're invested into this, if you really like what you're collecting, $1,500 is nothing. Really nothing. Man, that's a big dragon. I don't know if you can move the wings and stuff like that. Let's see. Let me look at the pictures. Is this just like a statue, or does it do anything else? I think it's just like that. But man, the detail. It's a 1/6 scale collectible figure, so I don't know if the price is that. If it doesn't have any rotation or anything like that, $1,500 is just. But man, it looks great. On that, it's, man. Let me see if they tell us what kind of material. I'm sure it's gonna be like plastic or it's polyresin. Well, yeah. It's kind of like polystone, so technically it's like a statue that just fits with your collection. That explains the price, because if it was just like, I don't know, PVC, then I'm thinking, it's not worth that much. Pretty good. Well, if you want to really have a nice display and you have the space for that, museum space, then definitely that's something to look forward to. But look, there's more pictures there. Very nice. Look at the whole detail. I like that side. Yeah, Game of Thrones ended poorly, so I don't see those figures selling out soon. True, it is possible. But you never know, really. I don't know, with collectors, maybe it's because when someone, you have to always think about the mindset of a collector. A lot of collectors, they stick with what they do. They keep purchasing the same thing over and over and over, and because of that, they sometimes they stick with it just because they're stubborn. We're stubborn. If we like collectibles, it's because we're stubborn. We like to stick around with a lot of things. But yeah, like you say, I totally understand, because I wouldn't invest money on it, but some people might. It depends on them. But look at this. This guy, his whole dress, his whole outfit, it's just a lot of detail on it. So definitely, this is something that really caught my eye. I was not really expecting much. It definitely has a lot of detail, which is pretty good. So we went back on that. Pretty cool. Now, they have other thing. Unfortunately, the Toy Art doesn't have the pictures for this, but they also had in the same place, they had they have another display for Transformers stuff. So I have to go to a different site. Let me show you right here. And this is they're owned by the same people, like Toy Arc and this TFW. They're Transformers World. They're owned by the same people. So I don't know why they didn't have it all together. They want you to go to multiple websites. But these are the pictures that we're showcasing for the Transformers stuff. They have quarter scale, and they also have, in this case, 1/6 scale. So they have, as you can see right there, these pictures. They got Starscream. They have Bumblebee. They have, of course, Optimus Prime. And they have, of course, the small Bumblebee. So you have options. And I think the big one, this one's going to be, they're around $500. And you can order through Sideshow, also through their website. And this one is, I think, just, this is the big one. This is $448. But this one, I think, has light-up features and all that kind of stuff. Let me see if I can go to Sideshow website. Where's the place that it's easier to get them? So let's see. What was that? Again, 3A. right there. Bumblebee. This is the 1/6, and this is the 448 for the premium. I think a friend of mine had the 1/6. I don't know if you know Statue Hunter 75 on his channel. I think he recently he had that one. It was pretty neat. Premium scale collectible figure by 3/8 Toys. Very nice. This is just their picture there. I think it has the light up features and all that. A lot of movable parts. You can display this in so many different ways. It's 14 inches tall, 90 points of articulation. That's a lot. You know, the light, you know, the eyes light up. This is definitely a great piece. Definitely, when I see it, I think it's interesting. I'm interested on the 1/6 scale. I think it's a fantastic price for that tiny little piece. But I think that's something that I will. The quarter scale, it's not bad. But look at this. You can do so many poses with that. Of course, these are stock pictures, but it has the interchangeable hands, the door, interchangeable doors. You know, the portrait, the head, and the light up features. Definitely, and then you light up, you know, the lights on the front and his chest. I don't know. I like this one. I think 448. This is for the big one. Now let me show you the small one. Let's see if we can do the little one. I think the little one has the same things, the light up features and all. I don't know if there are any major differences. Yeah, it has a base, has the same thing, doors, different weapons though. I think the 1/4 has probably more. The light up features are different. There are a little bit of differences. Of course, you kind of have to sacrifice some of the. He has 55 points of articulation, so he has less articulation than the big one, for obvious reasons, you know, being that small. But man, still is good, and I think for the price, and I think only the eyes light up, which is not bad. Where I was? Oh, I was in the wrong place. I'm in this one. So that's for that one, 449. I like it. I definitely do. Pretty nice. I'm a big fan of Transformers. I did like the film. I know some people might not like it as much, but I think it was a return to basics. It's going in the right direction, going back, because after all that Michael, you know, Bay did with the films, which I'm not going to hate on Michael Bay, you know, just some people do all the time. They want to hate on him. You know, some people, you know, they just like to be on, you know, to hate on him, but I don't. You know, I just like the first couple movies were fine. I would say the first one was fine. The third one at least was better than the second one, I think, and then of course the rest was just garbage. But but at least this is going back to, you know, what we remember, you know, with the Transformers. But look at this one. Let me see if I can go back. I'm sorry if I rambling a little bit, but I'm just going through all these different pages. This one is huge. I love all the weathering. I think this one is also around $500. Very cool. I think it has a lot of articulation as well. A lot of interchangeable parts. You can see that on the arms. Blitzwing, that's his name. I thought that was, I don't know, for some reason, Starscream. But here, the smaller figures. That's the smaller figure, $199, so it's $200. The Optimus Prime. It would be nice if they come up with like an Optimus, like in the cartoons. You know, there are other companies have done it, but definitely this company seems to do it right. I think they like this out of focus picture, but I like the way they're doing it. I like the articulation that they offer. They are partnering with Hasbro to do all of this, and this is the one that I seen the reviews from Statue Hunter 75. Really neat, but I think the bigger one is better. But definitely, if you want something less, and $145, I think it's a good price for a figure like this. And this, of course, is based on the film. The base are okay, but of course this is the same company again. 3A, they're the same company. They actually showcased this, the Nemesis Prime, which is actually the nemesis of Optimus. So this is pretty cool. Hopefully they continue on and they grow this company. and they give us a lot, they give us more Transformers, it would be nice to have a more concise, more consistent Transformers, because there's a lot of Transformer stuff, a lot of good stuff, but a lot of good stuff is, a lot of stuff out there is just more toyish. You want more like a more high-end collectible that also have articulation, because I like the statues from Transformers. Don't get me wrong, I love statues like Transformers. My only beef is that I'm not crazy about that the statues that are not, you cannot pose them, you cannot put them in an auto form or something like that. You want to be able to move them and do all kind of stuff with it, because they're Transformers, and that's not how I feel about them. If they're Transformers, they should transform. And but some people don't see it that way. Everybody's different. Let me go through my little notes here. I'm sorry. I want to make sure. Again, thanks for everyone. And yes, Ghost Stat said, you're right about being stubborn. I'm a Predator apologist. Yeah, I know what you mean. I apologize for Marvel all the time, and I know people sometimes hate me for that. I don't know. What you love is what you love, And as long as you love it, it doesn't matter what everybody else says. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't pay attention to people that tell you, oh, Predator is bad, or the toys are bad, or this is bad. If you love something, you embrace it. Like I remember for the longest many years, I was a big defender of Kotobukiya stuff. And a lot of people say, well, I don't like Kotobukiya stuff. I don't like Bowen stuff. And I say, you know what? I love them. I defend them. And the previous video, I kind of hate on them a little bit, but it's because I really love them, that to the point that I was always being supportive. Of course, it really touches you. You feel invested into something because you recommended people to buy a product, and ultimately the company didn't, or it's not doing what they're supposed to. It makes you feel like you are, at fault. You feel bad for the people that got into something just to feel disappointed with it. So that's just me, just my opinion in regards to it. So let's keep looking at this. I think this is it for this company. But I love the detail. The same thing as the other figure. The only difference, of course, is the color scheme, and everything is different. But they showcased this on preview night, which is good. It's going to be probably around the same price as the other one. So I think that was it with that one. So definitely very interesting. I really like what ThreeZero is doing. And now ThreeZero also was doing some stuff on their own. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know, through on the site, on the Comic-Con. Let's see, they have some other figures, but they had a different, I think, booth separate from Sideshow, all the way in the back. I think it was all the way near to other companies. So they were showcasing these little figures right here, which are not expensive. There's something that they created on their own. So 3A, doing their stuff. They're doing collectibles. Right there, the Ashley Wood Gallery in San Diego Comic-Con. So they were all the way in the back by Bluefin and Tamashii Nation and all that. But CNN and EFX, with also EFX, I haven't talked to them. So they were back there, Square Enix and all that. But little things that they were showcasing there. Definitely, I would say nothing major. So definitely interesting. I really like what they're doing with that, and I think I kind of recommend it. Now, let's go to, I would say, to the one that everybody wants. Again, I want to say thank you to everyone that is watching this. I really appreciate every person. I appreciate your comments. It says right there, the Kotobukiya Space Ghost Rider show in San Diego Comic-Con look really good. Yes, I did like that one. I'm only gonna say no. There's a couple of things that in this case they are bringing that they're not bad. I'm not gonna just always talk bad about Kotobukiya. I've never been a hater of companies. Sometimes I talk about the companies because sometimes you do it. It's they do right, they do wrong. But there are sometimes there are things that I point out. It doesn't mean that I think that everything they do is good is wrong, because there were a lot of things that are also important, and they still supporting some lines like the Bishoyo line, which is there, and they're still doing some of the Artifacts Plus and stuff like that. So they continue with that. My only concern with Kotobukiya right now is the price point. I feel that they're going too high with their prices. Their stuff is the same, but they're going too high. And, you have to be realistic. You have a market. I know that everything is going up or across the board for all the companies. But when you compare something, like, for example, you compare what they have with companies like Diamond Select, and you put Diamond Select that is selling something for half the price at the same scale, the same quality, as Kotobukiya, then you know that there is a disconnect. And you know, you can say, well, Diamond Select is a company that it's based in the U.S. and Kotobukiya is based in Japan. Yes, but everything is manufactured in China, so everything has to come here. So where the disconnect is, because also Kotobukiya has a division here in the U.S. So, you know, things that you got to consider about that. And of course, you know, the prices. Another thing is with the Diamond is the fact that they are part of Diamond distribution. So definitely it's easier for them to distribute throughout the nation. They already have a better program. But nowadays, you know, sending something from the East Coast to the West Coast is so easy. So, you know, it's not like you're going to spend a lot of money, particularly when you have these business accounts. So, it's just my 2 cents on that. So let's go back to this. Now let's go with the big name of the night, which in this case is Hot Toys. You know, the reason why you're here perhaps, and the reason why, I can tell you one thing. Hot Toys brought a lot of stuff to the convention. A lot of stuff. And some cool stuff. And as usual, Hot Toys always raises some high eyebrows. Some people are happy with Hot Toys. Some people hate Hot Toys. Some people don't want to even hear the name being mentioned. You know, everyone is different in regards to it. But it's a spectacle. You know, this is the thing what I can say about Hot Toys. Going to the convention, to San Diego Comic-Con, and really looking at what they offer, it is a spectacle in itself. Just going to see this stuff, the quality of the stuff. Of course, everything looks nice when it's behind a glass and all that. Everybody loves this stuff. But let's see what we have here. Yes, yeah, Hot Toys brought the big guns. You know, this is, I think, Hot Toys always bring a lot of stuff, but this is, I think, the biggest showcase they have done at San Diego Comic-Con. They had so much stuff. And from all different things. Of course, you know, right now Marvel is the hot commodity. Everybody's talking about Marvel stuff, so they brought a lot of stuff. So let's start with this one. Thanos, a 6-scale figure. This is, of course, based on the film, which I love the film. I was talking to my wife earlier today about we love that film, and we need to get, as soon as it comes out, the Blu-ray, because we want to watch it over. And we watched it a couple of times. But look at this one. How much is that? It says $415. This is the only thing about Hot Toys. Some of those prices are a bit ridiculous at some of the stuff. And some of the prices are okay. But sometimes it's just more about the product itself. Let's see if we can get to Hot Toys right there and Sideshow website. Let me see if we can get to that section. I don't know. I'd rather go to the other one. Okay, they have the big thing. Let's just do Thanos. These are also, they got the Infinity Gauntlets. They have all this Gauntlet stuff, the replicas and stuff too as well. But, ooh, that's a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna go through all of that. Let me put Hot Toys there. Come on. Oh. 100 results for Hot Toys. I like this one better. Oh, well, I don't see it. It's fine. I think there were a lot of prices there showcased there. I like this one. I'm not going to say that it's not. I love the detail. Look at the teeth. The color on that. Love the weathering in the suit. I don't know if it has a light up feature. It should have a light up feature. That would be nice. Of course, you got Iron Man. All the Iron Man is always expensive for Hot Toys. There's a bunch of Iron Mans, but every Iron Man, of course, particularly you get the deluxe version, you paying top dollar because they come with light up in this, light up there. They even have light up in their butts. You know, it's just, you know, they put so much stuff on it. So this is to be disclosed. This is for the Avengers Endgame. Of course, everything, they have a big showcase of a lot of Endgame stuff. I love the job done on the face. He looks like, you know, Downey Jr. That's something that I wasn't crazy about. The Iron Studios statues, the 110 scale, I think the likeness wasn't there, but the likeness here with the Hot Toys is there, as usual. You know, they get it done now more than ever. I think the other company that actually can surpass in the likeness to a character would be Blissway, but of course Blissway doesn't have the Marvel license. But they are phenomenal. Their likeness is good, and I think they did a good job with this one. It comes with a lot of interchangeable parts and all that. And You can see all the hands. Pretty neat. The helmet. This is a product shown. It's not final, pending licensors approval as usual. And this is the another thing that a lot of people kind of hate about toys. They showcase a lot of stuff, and sometimes that stuff doesn't see the light of day. But it is what it is. Sometimes, they bring this stuff to, showcase, trying to rile up the consumers, the customers, but also the companies of Marvel or Star Wars or whoever, just for them to see that people like this stuff. When there's a lot of negativity around a piece, that also can affect the way if it is approved or not. This is the Captain America holding the Mjolnir. Love the effect, the weathering on the shield. I don't know if it would be nice if it comes with a broken shield. That would be perfect. But you know how it is with Hot Toys, they don't do that. What they do is that they give you a variant, so you have to buy another one, and you have to buy multiple variants. Endgame. Let's see. Let's try Endgame. Hot Toys Endgame. No. Put them together. One word. Yeah, they have the figures. Thank you. Thank you for the... Yep, you got it. 415. Nice. They got those gauntlets there. Some of them are expensive, man. This is 119 and this is 377 with that life size, and this is a quarter scale. So yeah, it depends on the scale. All right. So we got that. So they already have some on pre-order. Like this one, of course. If it comes with a broken shield and a bloody face, I think they have some mounts, like interchangeable mounts there. I don't know if there's one that is bloody. That would be super nice. Same picture of the same Iron Man. This one is kind of neat. A Hulk banner with the Gauntlet. And he even has a iPad and some glasses. I'm not so crazy about the face though. It looks so like he's like sleepwalking or something. And also people like it. An angry face would have been better, or at least, I know because he's trying to be like the more, calm guy and all that based on the movie. But it'd be nice to have two different ones, so that way it gives you more options for display. One where he's like more angry or something. Here you can see that. Now the one without the stones. Now you have the Iron Patriot, War Machine. That doesn't look bad. And they have a rocket. That's pretty cool. They're going to be sold separately. They're also to be disclosed, so there's no price from that yet. I like it. I would say that I like this. I like more like the War Machine. I wasn't crazy about this one, I would say. But it's not bad at all. It would be nicer if I like interchangeable head and you can see his face. I don't know if you can do it, but it wasn't showcased there. Let me see if they have something there to showcase. Not here. They have the War Machine, $369. Iron Patriot to be disclosed, so we don't have a price yet. Still waiting for licensors' approval. Like the rocket, looks pretty good. Like it more than actually the little the 110 statue that's done for Iron Studios. I think the likeness in this, of course, is better. Of course, this is larger, but sometimes with the 10 it can go either or. Now, a cap is supposed to come with the broken shield, but it's not die cast. Okay. Well, that kind of stinks. It's going to be plastic. Hopefully, it's not that one that start peeling off the paint, because that was a pain. I got one. I remember when I have one cap that I have to end up buying another shield on eBay because they start peeling off. The Iron Patriot will be a sneaky buy because the concept art was supposed to be the War Machine color. So knowing Hot Toys, they will do both. Yeah, you know how it is. It's the way to make money, and they do it. They're good at it. They'll do both. Now this one, Captain Marvel. I know people hate her. I can tell you one thing. The face looks okay, kind of okay. Some people will say it looks like her because she's always so serious. At least, well, that's what people say, which is funny. I don't think she is, but of course, it is what it is. The likeness, it's, I would say 50-50. You know, it looks like her, kind of. It doesn't look as pretty. That's true. Now, this picture looks better. Maybe just the angle. And she's so serious. But it's not bad. I think a lot of people are going to get this one. I think this is going to be a popular as well. But you know, the Defenders of Captain Marvel. $243. Ooh. That's a little steep. I would say it was more like $200. I don't think it's much on it. Now, I like this Nebula. I love the detail on this one. And I think the portrait is done right. Well, you know, you cannot really go wrong because she doesn't even have hair and all that. But I like the detail. Look at this. Definitely looks like her. Love the kind of like the leather stuff. Pleather. But it looks pretty good. Carol Danvers. Look at this. Really like her. Actually, I like her. Actually, in this side, you know, Carol doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. I just don't like the little power stuff that they put on. Kind of plasticky. It looks like gimmicky. They do that with a lot of stuff with the Hot Toys. Like, for example, here with the weapons, and they have these little blue things. You know, I never like those things. You know, they need to get rid of those things. It's not necessary. You know, if it's not light up features, it's not a light up feature in there. You know, just get rid of them. I never like them. It just makes the figures look cheap. Now this is the War Machine right here. What is it? $339. Let me go to Sideshow. Yeah, that's the $369 at Sideshow. Cool. I like that pose. I always like the War Machine suit. And this is the other side of him. I think this is his large, or is it a quarter scale? Yeah, it's a 6 scale. But it's huge. Now we have Hawkeye. There's two versions, actually. There's a regular version, and there's a variant, which is a Ronin version. To me, it's like, why is it that it couldn't be both? You know, they have two options. You know, you can actually go here. You can see you got the pre-order regular version, and then you have the deluxe version, which is a bit more. Same thing. All it does is an interchangeable head, and they put the little hood, and that's it. And probably something else, maybe a weapon. I think it has the same weapons. Let me go there. Hawkeye Deluxe version is just the hood, and it's just the face. And I think it has the same weapon. So, I don't get it. Or maybe no, it doesn't have a weapon. I think this one has some stuff. I don't know. Let me go back to it. No, they have the same thing. Well, that one, the Ronin has a sword. Oh, I see that. And the other guy has, of course, the bow and arrow. Why they couldn't just have both? Of course, it's Hot Toys. Yeah, I know. I hated that. You know, he looks like, man, that's a really cheap haircut. You got it from, like, I don't know, like you can get that $10 haircut and, you know, really bad. He was terrible. I don't know. I kind of, you know, excited that he's going to have his own show on Disney Plus. It was announced, of course, last night. And I have a reaction video where I talk about that, which is kind of cool. I like the idea to see more because we don't get to see a movie from him, but at least we can get to see a TV show. But right here, actually, I like the Ronin a lot. But it would be nice if they were both the same. You know, they have the same thing. The only difference is, you know, it's just the head and this case the little hood that can be you can put it on, and of course the sword. They're both. Now this is the one. This is gonna be probably very pricey in price. There's no price on that one with this little suit, but I'm sure that they're gonna. Right there, Tony Stark's already the team suit. It's $235 just for Tony Stark. But I like this setup because here you can see he's in that little portal thing that he goes on, and he does have this. He's holding the Mjolnir, he's holding the Tesseract thing, and of course he has the interchangeable head. That's pretty neat, and it's probably going to be around $500 for the whole set or more, $800 or something. You know how they are. But look at this. I like this one actually, the interchangeable portrait. Now this is Pepper Potts. I can tell you one thing. I'm not crazy about this one because the paint job looks very plasticky. I wasn't crazy about it, you know, but I don't know. It just feels, getting up close, looking at this, I don't know. It looks like a really bad paint job right there. Look, the blue lines there. Looks very toyish. How much they want for this again? What? Rescue 407? What the heck? Of course, because the light up feature. Oh, it has you can see her face. Well, it should. Man, 407. That's just crazy. Maybe the light up features. You know, light up features add up, but man, and all it does is the little parts that they assemble into several little things. And that's too expensive for that. $250. Man, so that's the thing. Sometimes I don't understand with Hot Toys. Some of the prices there are so irregular. Some of the things are not, and it looks plasticky. There's a Captain America from the also Endgame, but with the first Avenger suit or the Avenger suit. I think that's the first Avenger. Yep. No, this is the Avengers. Yeah, the Avengers. I like the portrait. Looks pretty neat. Not bad. Actually, if you want to display it, I think this will be the best display. But you have both options, which is good. Now the Iron Man. Again, this one probably is going to be the same, like $400 or $500 like the other one. Yeah, 6 scale figure, $423. So it's even more expensive. But Iron Man is always expensive. How many? And I can tell you one thing. I'm not crazy about the Mark 85. It says a lot of dioramas. Hot Toys shows dioramas, but doesn't always sell them. Ultron Sentries, and yeah, that's true. And Millennium Falcon cockpit in the past. Yes, I love that cockpit, but it never came out, so it's bad. Hot Toys usually does dioramas for Switch and Bait. That is true. That is true. I think the last one that they did was when the one with the one that I still remember to this day when they did with the Iron Man, the one where you change he changes his suit. That was very cool. I had a friend that had one of them. I think, it's been a while. But, I don't know. Just idea. And you have to make your own. I don't know. I don't like this Mark. I like the Mark 7 more. Even the Mark 4. But this, I think since the Mark 7, since the Avengers, all the different Marks, they've been okay. I know some people love to collect them all. It's just, to me, it's just, unless it's just, I like the Mark 7, the Mark 4, the Mark 7, and of course I like the Hulkbuster. And that's about it. And there's a Hulkbuster that they showcase that actually I love the price. It's pretty good. And here you got this Black Widow. She looks very good. I like the portrait on this one. Look very realistic. It looks like the movie. And of course you get all the different things. It would have been nice if they showcased like a Red Skull as well, like they did with the diorama from Iron Studios. She looked good, very realistic. I love the portrait. I think it looks very neat. They have Ant-Man from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Really like this one. I really like the movie. So the first one, of course, they got the Wasp. Pretty cool. I like the detail. I like this picture more too. You can see Tony Stark right there. Definitely they have improved Tony Stark's portraits. I think overall the portraits are better from Hot Toys. That looks good. Look at the guy in the back. He's pretty much in third heaven. I would be too. The only thing I don't like about San Diego Comic Con is the fact there's always a lot of people, and you don't really have time to really enjoy things because you're kind of moving along to the next person, and trying to take pictures, and there's a lot of glass and all the glare, so you really don't get to see much. So I rather look at the pictures here because then you can see things that you didn't see before, and actually you can get to see the defects and the things that actually need improvement. Yes, mine too. The little kid that was the other day watching the stuff, the Street Fighter statues, the Lucy statue, and the the bikini and all that stuff. That's my my avatar. Here you got the Mark 7 that was open. That was in Iron Man 3. The Hot Toys did that for Comic Con and never sold it. Yeah, you're right on that one too. Look at this one. I like this face right here. The detail is good. Even the color is the actual color, his color. You know, I know he he changes the color now. So it is that. Has that, and he has the this the damage helmet. I like this one actually. This is pretty cool. The War Machine team suit. Like that one. The only thing I never understood is why everybody's having a different, they have their own, and their own helmet, and he still has the helmet, but he goes with the whole suit, but Tony Stark doesn't. I don't understand why is it that he doesn't have a suit just similar to him. That's the only thing that I didn't understand what they were trying to accomplish with it. It is what it is. Look at that. Really, I like it. I like the colors there. Pretty neat. Definitely the Marvel display was pretty good. Now they have the Iron Spider. I wouldn't say that I was crazy about this suit. Not crazy about it. You can see Doctor Strange right next to him. That looks pretty good. The only thing with this power thing is the plasticky thing. Mantis looks good here. She looks great. Look at that. Right here. Love the detail. Really love the detail. Love the face. Looks like him. Pretty good job with that likeness. Very good. The last scene in the in the movie is one of the best scenes in movie history, in my opinion. Superhero movie history. Now Mantis looks very good. I love the pretty much the clothing. Everything looks pretty decent, pretty good. Nice portrait as well. Hair, it's okay, but the portrait is good. Now that's the other War Machine Mark IV, the Avengers Infinity War. I think this is a 4 scale. No, is it? No, it's just a 6 scale. Looks all right. I just don't like the color thing. The military stick the camo and stuff. Looks okay. Because Tony uses nanobots for his suit and War Machine. Yes, right. Thank you for correcting me. Reminding me of that. Thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, Gamora. She looks good. Hey, look at little Groot right there. Baby Groot. Pretty cool. Is there a price on that one? No, to be disclosed. 6 scale figure. That looks good. She looks great on that one. A lot of detail. Now, Teenager Groot. $220. Simple, it's just, not much to it. But to be honest, the price is a bit steep for what it is. When you compare this to Drax right next to him. This will be like 175, the most 150, because there's not much, it's just simple parts put together. Now, I was going online and people were saying that there is something with the likeness, that they're not as keen with the likeness. I would say it depends on the angle. In this photo, it looks okay. It doesn't look bad, but I saw some pictures where it doesn't look as good. So I don't know if it's just maybe the angle. Now this close up, it looks alright. Looks kind of like him. Kind of. It's not bad actually. This picture make him look better. That angle. Well, it's the same picture, but now it's closer. Maybe just a close up. Sometimes cameras can lie. Like the Drax. Like the face. The yelling face. Pretty good. The only thing that I wish they would have make his body a little bit larger, perhaps. A little more, bigger. Bulkier, perhaps. But you know how it is, sometimes they use the same mold, so they just change a little bit here and there. Now, this store doesn't look bad. The only thing I'm not crazy about, it's just the face. I think it's not the face. The face is good. It's the paint job on the face. It looks too dark. Like, he has almost like brown beard, like really dark beard. Kind of like my beard. And the hair. I don't know. It just doesn't look like... I think it's Maybe just the coloring. Maybe here it looks a little more brownish. Maybe just the angle. Maybe just the color. I don't know. I think they need to light it up a little more and it will look closer to him. But it's actually the sculpt is good. It's just the paint job. And of course, the factory will do a different thing. Now, she looks great too. I like her. I think she looks very spot on. So they did a pretty good job with her. Black Panther is not my favorite suit. This one I like more the one for the first movie. Or his movie. But it's not bad. This is the one that I was looking at, and I think the price is pretty good. This is what I was looking at. If you go to the website, let's see if we can find it. I didn't see it there because this is from Infinity War. So Hulkbuster. So there's different ones, of course. So you got the one from Civil War. Come on. And right there, the deluxe version is like almost $1,200. Now this is the one from Infinity War. That's $430. That's a pretty good price. And I think this is the one that we're showcasing. So it's this is the thing, this is the Hulkbuster. How is it that, Pepper Potts is 400 and something? I don't know. Maybe, does this one has live features? I'm not so sure. Yeah, it does have light features. 18 LED light up functions scattered throughout the armor. The 6-scale figure is meticulous painted in iconic metallic red. So yes, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And it's huge. Look at that. For the price and compared to the other one, I don't know. This is the part where it really gets on me that sometimes the pricing is not quite right. Comparing to the price of the adult Groot, the teenage Groot is overpriced. It is. It is overpriced. I think $220 is too much money. That thing should be minimum $175. Not minimum. I would say that will be the top that I would, it should be like $150. There's not much detail on it. So the Hulkbuster is vinyl and power pose. Okay. Still, I don't know. It's just... I don't know. I gotta think about that one. Now, this is something that we're showcasing. Venom Pool for the Contest of Champions to be disclosed. It's a 1/6 scale figure. I don't know who will be interested on this one. It's cool. I'm not gonna deny it. It's cool. And you can see this Iron Man's right here in the back, one different colors. But this is interesting. This is something new. It's kind of neat that they're trying something different. It would be nice if they actually do more, like besides just the movies, they do more characters based on interpretations or like not only video games, but also from the comics. It would be nice if they can get to do that. So, pretty good. I know a lot of people would be crazy for this one. It's not my cup of tea, but I do like the concept. It does have a lot of interchangeable hands, face, tongue. So it does come with a lot of kind of different things. The sword, that sword looks so small in his hands. I don't think there's a price yet. This is just, and of course you want to have the Stan Lee from the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is, I think this is neat. $274. I think that's a lot, a lot of money for that one, particularly maybe because, of course, the passing of Stan Lee. But that's neat. I think that's a great collectible item. Looks pretty good, and now actually even the weathering, his suit and all that looks neat. That definitely, I would like to have that one. Definitely, I would. Another photo of in this case, Venom Pool. This is another one. This like the Punisher kind of meets War Machine. I like this War Machine actually. Looks pretty neat. I like that. I like the detail. That kind of stuff is that kind of stuff is cool to me. The Hulkbuster 2 is a considerable step down from the diecast Hulkbuster. Hulkbuster 2 uses different, cheaper material and has limited articulation and light features. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense now. If they're going to do that, maybe they're trying to go more for for the people that cannot pay the $1,200. The other one is really neat, definitely. They're both neat, I would say. But thank you for correcting that and giving me that information. Oh, okay. Thank you for Thank you for correcting me. Because, you know, like I said, you know, I'm not like super into Hot Toys. I love to watch this stuff. I love to really go through all of it, but I'm not really heavy on it. So there are a couple of things that, you know, bypass me. But man, I'm enjoying this really much. Really going through all of that. They have so much cool stuff. Those are kind of cool. Not my cup of tea, but they're still cool. I know the Iron Man collectors, they'll be all over it. That one is kind of cool. I like that one. I like the color scheme on that one. And this is what, the Mark 7? Yeah. Yep. I like the weather effects and all that. The battle damage. The scratches. That's pretty cool. And then you have the Captain Marvel stuff there. Oh, here you got this. That's pretty cool. Yeah, for some reason the Neon series of Iron Man sells out like pancakes. You know, some people, they want to have something that is different. You know, something that nobody else has. So I guess that's where that comes from. Now, I like this one. I actually like this Captain Marvel more than the other one. You know, the other suit. Pretty cool. Also to be disclosed. All this stuff is also just coming out and it's going to showcase. Some of them is going out for sale. Some of the stuff is on pre-order. Some stuff is not. Again, I want to say thank you to everyone that is watching. Thank you, Ghost Staff, for, you know, leaving your comments. I do appreciate the conversation. It keeps me engaged. You know, I like that we have a conversation. Thank you for your time. But thank you to everyone that is watching as well. So let's go and okay, we finished with Marvel. That was a long list. That was a lot of stuff for Marvel. Let's go through other stuff from Marvel. I know that there is some stuff that actually was particularly displayed just only for Spider-Man. So let's just explore that one. Here we go. We start here. This is Spider-Man from, you know, was that Homecoming? I like it. It's not bad. I like this one, though. The one from Far From Home. I like this black suit. It looks pretty neat. I really like it in the film. And I really like the detail. It looks pretty neat. I like this one. I don't think this is from pre-orders. No, they're not on pre-orders. I doubt they are. But there are the statues, filters, Spider-Man Sideshow, Hot Toys. Right there. 235, the base, which I don't like. 305. The stealth suit, deluxe. So probably has some extras as well. I like this one. Like that pose. That's a nice picture. This is Spider-Man, the negative suit. They also have other, you know, variations of Spider-Man, you know, which I like. Pretty neat. The Iron Spider from the comics. That looks neat. That actually looks neat. Look at that. I like the color scheme on this one. Definitely, that's pretty good. They do have the Velocity suit. That's okay. I just don't like the concept on that one. I do like the one from the video game. I like that suit is pretty neat. It's okay. I know that some people are probably what they're trying to do the same that they have done with Iron Man for years. They have like big collections of Iron Man. Probably that they're trying to push Spider-Man because right now Spider-Man is very popular among collectors, among a lot of things. So definitely I think it will sell. Look at this one. I like this one. I like this suit. Oh, you pre-ordered the Scarlet Spider and it looks lighter in color than expected. Okay. So you pre-ordered that one. Let's see. Let me look at it. Is that the one? No, this is the other one. This is the one from the movie. Where do you pre-order? Do you pre-order through Sideshow? I like that one. Now they also, I know that they announced the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. They got the collection, so that's coming as well. It seems like it's very popular right now, so everybody wants that. They have this kind of like punk Spider-Man, kind of like neat concept. Not for me, but definitely neat. Look at that with the spikes in his head, the guitar. I know some people will have fun with that one. Now they also have the Scarlet, the Spider suit. That's neat. Has a coffee mug, camera, a cell phone. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's a cell phone. Taking pictures with his cell phone. That's cool. And of course, this is from the movie. Very neat. $251. That's the price on that one. Oh, you from Sideshow? Okay, this is part of that one. Hold on, let me go back. This is Spider-Man Light Up, Spider-Man Homecoming. So it comes with this little thing, I think. The little droids or drones, I'm sorry. That's kind of neat. Hopefully they can sell them like all separate and different ones. So if you want to make a display, they have a bunch of them. If you want to kind of make a diorama from the film. And this is where I like this one. I think this is for this is from the Homecoming at the end where the suit comes from. Again, like you were saying, I think it's just for decoration. Spider-Man Light Up, Spider-Man Homecoming, to be this close. Kind of neat. So I think this is it. This is what they have for Spider-Man. This is actually what complete with the Marvel stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Now let's go to the next thing, which is Star Wars. Again, Star Wars is always big with hot toys, and definitely they had some cool stuff that I really like. I like this one. I do like the Luke Skywalker. I like the likeness in this piece. I like what the face looks very neat. I think Sideshow, even with the statues that they showcased this year for Star Wars, they're very, very good, spot on likenesses there. And of course, you can see right here, love the detail, love his the clothing and all the little leather parts in it, holding the gun. Love the work in this one, really good, nice paint job. And of course, they got the Jawas right there. I think this is a whole set. This is very neat. Yeah, it's Jawas on the power droid is to be disclosed. That's a whole set. Now on this side they got the R4, what is that? I9 and the R5D4, whatever. Never remember those names, but that's cool for the the Star Wars fans. I'm sure that they're gonna be all over those things to add to their collections. There's another one. I like this one. Luke Skywalker, even the damage in his hand, you can see that. I like this one. Do you think they will release the home mat suit since they showed it in San Diego Comic-Con? You never know. Hopefully. But you never know. That this is the thing. Without I was going through different forums. A lot of people they always complain about this. And it's true. They showcase a lot of stuff and they never release it. So only time can tell. It's all about praying that will happen, but you never know. Now they got the R2D2 deluxe version. This one comes with a lot of different parts. 243. I like that one actually, with all the little things and the gizmos and all that stuff. That's cute. That's pretty cute. Now they have another one. I like this version. That reminds me that I need to go back and play some of the Battlefront. I haven't played in a couple of days. And I was actually playing earlier this week, and I was having fun. And I need to go back and play. Probably after I finish with this, I'm going to do some Battlefront when I finish with this video. But here, I like this one. Wicked, the Ewoks. Love this one. This is very cute. And even has the little helmet right there. This is cute. No price yet. I like this close up. Look at the detail there. Looks very neat. Very good job. Looks good. Of course, you got a picture of this Stormtrooper's helmet. Now, this Princess Leia looks great. I love her face. I love that. I think I like this piece. It's very simple. I like the likeness spot on. It really looks like her. Looks really neat. Very good job there. Count Dooku. I like this one actually. Very good job. The tailoring on that is very, very good. Dooku looks great. That face, everything, the detail there is there, spot on. This one too, Padme Amidala, she looks fantastic. And I'm telling you, this is the thing that I'm still pointing out, and I'm going to probably point out a couple more times in this video. It's just the likeness of this portraits is getting better and better. It's better and better. When I compared this a couple of years ago, like 10 years ago, when some of the stuff that is done now, of course, a lot of this stuff is painted professionally to come to the show. Now, the production pieces are going to be different. But they're getting better at it. That's for sure. And starting with the sculpt, starting better. And, of course, the paint job might be another 2 cents, but it is what it is. This one looks good. I like this one. Jango Fett right there on the side. He looks great. I'm not crazy about this power thing. We're going to see it in a moment. The fire. Plastic again, something that I've never been crazy about what Hot Toys does when he does these little energy things, blasts or powers or whatever, or energy coming out of some. It never looks right. It looks so plasticky. It looks like a toyish. Spider-Man is the new Iron Man for Hot Toys, so I say they will release most of it, if not all the suits. Maybe not that chamber. Yeah, I think so. Now with Iron Man, now that Iron Man is dead, like it is, people are just like, they purchase things just for the heat of the moment. Everybody's emotional buyers. So once, of course, now Iron Man is dying, they need to look somewhere else. And I think, like you're right, now with the movies, with this guy with just playing the part, I think they have many years of Spider-Man. We're gonna see him playing the Spider-Man for a while. So definitely they're going to milk it, and they're gonna produce a lot of Spider-Mans. Jango Fett looks good. Not crazy about this, but good thing is removable. Another picture of Padme. She looks great. I like her. Now the battle droids look good. Hopefully it's not too expensive. I like those guys. Now you have Commander Cody, Revenge of the Sith. They got a couple of them. Pretty good. $243 for that one. Clone Troopers. I like those. If you have the money, of course, if you want to make a big setup of Star Wars stuff, definitely you can do it. Now, if you're more into you cannot really buy them all because they're so expensive to add them all, they're fantastic. Then you have to go for the Hasbro things or them. They're getting better as well. But man, I love to watch the Hot Toy stuff for Star Wars. They're always up there. Kit Fisto, to be disclosed. Love the detail. Love the boots. Love everything on this one. This one looked really neat. Even his face, facial expression looks great. King Jong-un. That's the name? Yeah. I forgot. It looked great too. Man, love the hair. And the face looks good. Let's see if we can get a close-up on that one. That looks spot on. Love it. Love the way he's holding his hand. Definitely, I love the pose. This was Sith Trooper Red one was, I think, an exclusive for the con. So if you pre-order then, or you can buy in there, of course you pre-order there, and it's only for the con. So I don't know who would buy that kind of thing. I'm sure some Star Wars collectors want to have everything, so they'll get it. Kind of neat, not necessary for me. The red one. I don't know if it's going to be, a lot of people don't like this new versions of the Star Wars, so definitely, I don't think, probably younger people will love it. I don't have a problem with the new Star Wars films. I like them all. I watch them all. I have a problem with them. Look at this one, Darth Maul. I think this is the Darth Maul that is based on the Solo movie. At the end of Solo, when, of course, he shows the little his metal legs. Mechanic legs. I think this is the one, but I don't know why they're producing it, because we didn't just watch just for a few seconds that he had legs, but you know, just trying to make a buck. Just not too crazy about what they did with his saber. Just not crazy about that effect. Looks gimmicky, but everything else looks good. Everything else looks good. What are your thoughts on the Sith Trooper? I think it's all right. I don't have a problem with it. You mean this one right here? I don't know. You know, red. I don't know. It's not for me, but I know some people would be crazy for it. I just don't. I like this stuff that resembles. I like to stick. I'm probably more like a. I like the classic stuff, so I stick for the stuff that comes from the movies. I don't like anything that is kind of new or things like that. I like the older stuff. I like it more. So I don't know. I know some people would be crazy to have it, but not me. Look at the mechanic legs right there. Oh, they had a figure. I just noticed this. This is the figure of what they saw when he was sitting down on the thing, when they were talking to the guy with him. Now this Yoda looks good. I just don't like the blue thing. I can do with that. I think they need to improve those little plasticky things. Something different. Another. I think we're going back. Yep, and that's it. I think for Star Wars, definitely, you know, they got some good stuff. Really interesting stuff. Really very interesting. So once again, I want to say thank you to everyone that is watching the video, and I want to thank Ghost Top for commenting. It definitely keeps me engaged, and thank you for asking questions and also for helping me with this. Giving me information that I didn't know. It's a lot to know about this. It's Hot Toys, and I can tell you one thing. I was kind of dreading to come and talk about Hot Toys because I'm thinking, man, there's a lot to talk about. There is a lot to talk about. Smaller companies that has a couple of things here and there, that's fine. You move on very quick and you move to the next thing. But with Hot Toys, you have to take your time. There's a lot of stuff. They have the Marvel stuff, and they have a lot of stuff in Marvel. They have Star Wars, and we haven't even touched the DC stuff yet, and that's what we're gonna do in just a moment. So let me just drink a little bit of water. Kind of getting thirsty. Oh, good. But let me go back to I'm here on their page right there, Hot Toys DC. Let me close some windows. Some stuff here was very neat. Some stuff that to make fun of, like this one, the Robin from Batman Forever. I can tell you one thing. This has been probably the one that everybody's kind of hating on a lot online. I have no problem with it. I see what they making fun of it. As you can see on the picture, I would say the body it's not okay. I think it needs the proportions are not that good on the chest. It's kind of like they need to give it more smooth look. And of course you got the showcasing those big nipples in there. Of course they taking cues from the movie. And down here on his Speedo, you can see the problem. But of course, they're taking the inspiration from the film. It is what it is. But definitely, it's funny. A lot of people are making fun. This has been the joke around. I see it on the little different pages on Facebook. A lot of people are making fun of that one. No, don't worry. Thank you. No, I appreciate Ghost. I appreciate that you're commenting a lot. I do appreciate that. It keeps me engaged. I want to help other people, but at the same time also I need help to know more about this, because at the end of the day it's all about community. It's about helping each other out, and I think helping us so that we can help other people out there too, so they can make a wise decision when they purchase something. Because I do believe that sometimes people, they just buy stuff just to be disappointed. So you have to be very clear with people. Tell them, hey, this is what it is. This is what you have. This is what you can compare the prices, and make a wise decision in regards to it. And it's fun. It's fun to talk about these things. This the other aspect of collecting that I think we enjoy the most is the interaction with other people, so we can share what we like and what we dislike. And this figure, for example, has been disliked a lot by a lot of people. And people are asking, why is it that we need to get this? Why is it that we getting this, but we're not getting, they're showcasing this? And what about Catwoman? What about Penguin? They haven't released that in 3 years ago or 2 years ago they showcased that. Things like that, things that Hot Toys does. But we have to keep in mind that they still, a lot of times, these products are just prototypes, are showcased, and they still they need to be approved. I like the face on this one. The likeness on the portrait is good. I think the body, they need to do some work on that body. It doesn't look quite right. That needs some work. But the face looks good. And the color, the paint job wasn't done that, it's not that bad. Maybe needs some shading on the chest plate. Now they have the Flash for the Flash TV series, also to be disclosed. Don't care much about actually, it doesn't look as bad, the Ray things. My wife loves that show. The likeness is good. I love the suit. It's not bad. You got the Two-Face. Love the tailor suit and all this. All the tailoring on this is pretty neat. The likeness is there. Love this one. This is cute. Now, this is a quarter scale Joker. Let me see if I can go to Sideshow. I think this is $500 if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully it shows there on the Hot Toys side. Man, I'm just not in the best. Joker Hot Toys. Yeah, that's a quarter scale. Yeah, the Joker is $500. Yeah. It's on the wait list. It's full. So a lot of people already pre-ordered this. Actually, it's coming out July, so it's supposed to be arrive this month. But look at this. Love the detail on this one. The suit, the part. This is more for the, for someone that likes the bigger stuff. I this. Batgirl from the last movie, the video game. She looks great. I like this suit actually that she's wearing. I like the little smirk in her face. That's pretty neat. They have Aquaman. Love them the movie. Love Jason Momoa portraying the character. They only have a picture. Now this is David Harbour Hellboy. I didn't like the movie. I can tell you, I didn't like the movie at all. Yeah, funny having Batman Forever, Bruce Wayne adopt Robin. Chris O'Donnell was around 30 during that, that time. Yeah, he was kind of funny. But you know what? I can tell you one thing. He looked young. He I know that he wasn't that young, but he looked very, very, very young. But look at this, Harbour. I know that he's going to be the Red Guardian on the upcoming film, the Black Widow film, which I'm very excited. I like him as an actor. David Harbour, and although I didn't like the film because I think the Hellboy film wasn't that great, I like him portraying Hellboy. I think he did his best, but the script, the story, it was all over the place. Had nothing to do with him. I think he was doing his part as an actor. But I like I like this actually, pretty good. I know a lot of people want to be defenders of him. I'm a defender of him. I like him as an actor. He's a great actor. I think he was doing good, trying to do the best. But ultimately, the movie fell flat because of the way it was produced and all of that. Sarah Silverstone played a good Batgirl, just your average 30-year-old high schooler. Yeah, I love Sarah Silverstone. I love the cast. I can tell you one thing. I'm not going to say that the movie was bad. Like a lot of people say that movie was terrible. It wasn't. I did have a lot of fun with that film. With all the Batman films, they're kind of like a guilty pleasure. So even on the funniest moments, they were funny and they were quirky. And, it was good during that time. You're talking about back in the 90s, you're talking about films, they were what they were, and you just got what you got and you don't throw a fit. You just accept it, enjoy it for what they are, popcorn films. Of course, now things have changed, and I think everything changed after the Dark Knight trilogy. The first Dark Knight movie, it was that Batman Begins. It was a new pace, a new direction for this type of films. They go in the more mature route for DC, but also they kind of set the foundation for a lot of other movies like Iron Man and all that. That Iron Man was a little more, I would say, it has the the vibe that Marvel has with the comedy and all of that. So that's the line that they have followed. But on the DC side, the darker tone started with Batman Begins. And I think it was more mature. And people saw, and then of course after that, the Dark Knight, they saw these movies as a more serious matter. They know that they can deal with subjects that are more mature. So now when you look back, particularly people that didn't grow up with those films, they look back at those films, they say, well, they were cheesy, but they don't see it for what they were at that time. And they also have their dark moments. There's the It figure. I think this is a 1/6 scale or it's a 1/4 scale. I think it's 1/6. Yeah, it is 1/6. Don't care much about it, but there's a couple of figures that actually have been good for the 1/6. If you look at Quantum Mechanics, they did a good figure for It. Also a good figure. So you can compare, I think they're both in the same price range. Probably this is more expensive because it's Hot Toys. Let me see. The other one was like 200 and some, probably around $200 for Quantum Mechanics. Let me see if they have something at Sideshow. That doesn't say anything. Right there. Oh, those are the Pennywise Deluxe statues. Those are statues. So it's $80 for Pennywise. Let me do that. Pennywise. Probably don't have anything yet. No, yeah, they have the statue. Woo, a statue for $1,200. No, $1,100. No, sorry, $2,000. I'm seeing the numbers wrong. I wouldn't pay that much, but whatever. Let's move on. But yeah, for this figure, wow. Now, this Alita, I like the show, but I don't like the figure. And I don't like the figure because you can see the articulation points. You can see that. You can see the edges very easily. Of course, it's robotic and all that. I don't know. The face looks okay. I just don't like some of the figure. For some reason, I don't like the figure. I do like the John Wick figure. I love John Wick. And there's some statues for John Wick right now. I think Diamond Select is producing some of the PVC statues. But if you want the real thing, then you need to get this. Love the shotgun right there and the gun. This is for the Fantastic Beasts 2, which I haven't even watched the film yet. I really don't care much about those. But they look good. Again, pretty good detail. Going back. Very neat. And I think that's it. All the stuff that we have from Hot Toys. Definitely they're doing fantastic. I know sometimes people get a bit defensive about when we talk about Hot Toys, and sometimes people there's always this division between statue collectors, which I'm a big part of, a statue collector first and foremost, and action figure collectors. Like, this is animosity that is constant, but to me they're collectibles. They're no difference. Yeah, statues they have switch out parts and all that nowadays, but they're just technically just standstill figures. Well, these are, they have all this articulation, so you can pose them, do all kind of stuff, and create some dioramas and all that. So, and I know that sometimes statue collectors make fun of figure collectors and say, well, they love toys. They make it like you're playing with little toys. But these are not your average toy. This is not toys. These are not a figure that you buy at the dollar store or whatever. You go at Walmart and buy. These are real collectibles that have so many different parts, and people are really in love. The community of the hot toy community is really large, and there's different subgroups. There are people that collect Marvel, people that collect Lord of the Rings stuff, people that collect Star Wars, DC, and you name it. There's so many differences. And the Robin figure scares me more than the It figure. Yes, it does. It does scares me. I think they need to change a lot of things in that poor figure. And that guy, like that guy, it's loaded. If you know what I mean. Look at the speed, he's loaded. But it's just like in the movie. It's funny. It's funny that they doing that. But yeah, what I'm going back to what I was saying. Yeah, statues have the advantages that action figures don't have, and vice versa. Correct. Yes, they're different things. For different things, depends on what you're looking for. There are advantages with statues, but also there's disadvantages with statues. There are advantages with action figures, and there are disadvantages. Like me, I'm like many other people. I love to collect both. I primarily do statues, but I also like to dig into the action figures because I find them amazing. Saying this is the thing, people always get into these heated battles and saying, well, this is bad and this is worse and this and that, and they don't enjoy things for what they are. And what I love about Hot Toys, and I have loved over the years, is the fact that the likeness of a Hot Toy on a character is always better than the likeness of a statue on a movie character or in a real person. The likeness is there, and the little parts, all that comes with it, it makes it really nice experience. And definitely they all display so nicely. So definitely for those that are here, they are if you're watching, if you're not really into Hot Toys or not really into action figures, or if you're more like a statue collector, I would say just try it out. Try it out at least, see that it's good. And definitely it's fun to come to the conventions. Every time they come, they bring so much stuff, and it's so fun. And sometimes people don't really see the difference, because I was watching a video, I think for Marvel, the guy that was actually interviewing the Hot Toy director in this video was calling this action figures statues. They was calling statues, and it was kind of hilarious because the girl is kind of like, she's kind of smiling, not telling him that actually he was wrong. But in my mind, I was like laughing because I know he was excited, because to him, there was no difference. They're all the same. And I feel that that's the thing that sometimes we have to be reminded, that these are collectibles, first and foremost. And because they're collectibles, whether they're statues or action figures, they really bring people together, and they're just so fun to collect, and they're fun to even pick and make fun of them, but also to dissect and discuss things about the price point, about the quality, and about everything else. So I want to tell you, thank you for taking time and watching this with me. We're going to continue with this. I cover actually all the action figures that they had at the convention. We cover Hot Toys, of course. In this video, we also cover, Mondo figures. They kind of like that. Some Asmus Collectibles, 3NA. On the previous video, you can go on my list. I talk about Blissway. They have some figures. We talk about the Blissway figures. You can also check my videos. What was the other one for Quantum Mechanics? Also, I think Quantum Mechanics and Blissway were on the same video. Also, we talk about the figures that they showcase in their booth. So definitely, it's a good time for action figure collectors. As always, there's always also drama. People don't like certain things. There are a lot of things that happen within the community, but it's definitely fun, and definitely there's another great year. And it was, I think, a win-win for Hot Toys and for the community. So I want to say to all of you, thank you for taking the time. I said, you want to see something funny? Check the CNET Visit to Galaxy Edge video. The journalist didn't know about liver crystal and mispronounced a lot of things. Okay, I'll watch that. I promise. I'll check it probably tonight. So thank you, Ghost App, and thank you everyone else that was here watching, and thank you for your support. This is we'll tomorrow I have another stream. No, you're welcome. Thank you for sticking with me all this time. We were here for almost 2 hours. So thank you for doing that. We're doing that. I'll stream tomorrow. I'll have a stream tomorrow, perhaps. I'm probably at noon my time. I'm gonna have a couple of streams at noon, or I might do it at 9. I don't know. Just let me know how you feel on the notes. I'll probably do it at noon. Of course, all these videos are going to be recorded, and of course you can access that later on. So take care, my friends. God bless. And have a great week. I'll talk to you again. Bye bye.